So my mini dumper threw a track. I was running in some gravel and I was doing what you really don't want to do with a little track machine. I was making like tight turns with tons of gravel next to me. Anyway, when the track came off, it was kind of in a bad spot. So I picked it up with my forklift and now it's sitting out of the way. And what's kind of interesting about this, and the reason I thought I'd make a video about it, is that it's got this like spring track tension thing going on. I've never seen spring track tension. What I've seen is like hydraulic tension, you know, like in here, pop stuff off, you've got a hydraulic cylinder. If you release the grease pressure, everything kind of comes back together, the arm comes in. If you pump it up with grease, you get grease tension. This one's spring tension. And lately I haven't had the best luck with springs. Anyway, this is the extender arm and it's out like 4 inches, 5 inches. And the side with the track still on it, like 1.5 inches. So it's got to come back. My first thought was just to put a ratchet strap or a come along or something on here. Just pull this thing back, slip the track back on it. But don't you think this door and maybe even this little door are just kind of interesting? Like maybe in there you can crank back the spring track tension. I don't know, it's worth some kind of shot. Even if you can't adjust the springs, it's always good to know what's behind door number 1. Maybe it's just like a lubrication point I've never been hitting. Oh! Not only is it a lubrication deal, but they've got me some little extra nipples just sitting in there waiting. Oh my gosh. Okay, see track maintenance videos on Baumalight support. Wow, I did not expect this to lead me to the internet. Yeah, there's my grease, but I just don't feel like it's grease tensioned if it's spring tensioned. Oh, am I really gonna watch a video right now? It seems so anti everything. Why does every single repair these days end up with you watching some kind of video? Support, mini skid steer, manual, instructional video. It's not leading me to like exactly what I want. I'm gonna fiddle with stuff. I really don't want to watch a video right now. I mean, no offense if you are watching a video right now. All right, I'm just gonna loosen up that grease port and see when it squirts if stuff gets loose. Even though it says spring, maybe it's just grease tension. I definitely feel bad that I haven't been greasing this thing. And I'm just popping the cert itself off. Yeah, if it really starts to ooze, that's when we know. Oh, it's not oozing. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really ooze until my track comes back. All right, 2 questions. One, oh yeah, it comes back. One was if it came back. But the second is if grease just comes gooing out of here. No. Oh yeah. There it is. Spring tension my booty. It's grease tensioned, just like every other track. I don't know why they call it spring when it's grease. Maybe it's a translation thing, you know. Baumalight, they do make them up in Canada, and after all, you know, toque for hat, maybe it's like spring for grease. All right, now if this is anything like every other track I've put on, it's not just going to go on. It's not just going to be like a simple process. On second thought, if it is spring tensioned, like an actual spring, this bad boy is going to pop back out on me. But I don't think so, because I think it's grease tensioned. Yeah. Definitely grease. This thing didn't move one bit. Wow. All right. It's like the first track I've ever fixed or even heard of that didn't require the stick trick. Like normally you can't do that just manually because the track's too short and there's not enough room and stuff. So you got to put all these little sticks like bing, bing, bing all the way around. Move it slowly just to stretch everything out. That wasn't necessary at all. All right, all we got to do is, you know, recycle this grease. I'll definitely like step in that later. All right, we got like a little conundrum. I got red grease to match the red grease in my can, but in my grease gun, at least in this one, I got the black grease or like the brown grease. So I don't know how you feel about mix and match, but that's what's gonna happen. And if spring is grease and grease is spring, does that mean you go to like a restaurant and the food is too springy instead of greasy? I don't want to overdo this, guy. It's just a little grease dirt. Alright, then while I'm at it, I might as well grease up the other side because it's probably just the fact that these things got a little stretchy. I don't know, it doesn't feel too loose, but you got video on both sides. Maybe it's a different video, same video. I never know exactly how much grease pressure tension to put on these things. I do know that if you get them too tight, they get kind of trippy, or I don't know, fidgety or whatever. It's hard to describe it, but you can kind of feel it. Well, it turns out that together we were able to solve the mysteries of spring track tension. Turns out it's just all about pressurized grease. So kind of like a hydraulic system, kind of like pretty much the same way every other track works. And I hate to admit it, but this might have been some kind of how-to video. I should probably grease this bad boy while I'm at it. Oh. You got one of those like fancy, you know, grease locker jobbers on there, and it's old school. It don't fit.